Hey everyone, welcome back to Carrots and Olives. My name is Brittany, and today we are going to be opening up a box or a package, and I may not need my little thing here. So I happened to be on my emails and I came across some new nibs from Franklin Christoph. I didn't realize that they were selling like different nibs other than their standard. So I thought I would buy a few nibs. I have a million different pen bodies, it seems like, so I don't really need the pen itself because these nibs are interchangeable with many different pens. And I also decided to get an ink, so we'll take a look at that as well. But let's take a look. So I got 3 different nibs. They usually come with cards. I think they probably forgot to add that card in. It's been a while since I ordered just nibs, so I am pleased that they put them in a very safe case, and it seems like they also labeled them. So here's just their business card with a QR code. So this is on how to remove and install your nib. Here is their other card with the QR code. And then for their SIGs, they usually give you a signed card by who ground it. And I wanted to get a SIG. Their SIGs are rather, pretty well priced, and they write fantastic. So let's see, here's the SIG. Here is I can't even read the writing. I'll have to look. This is the one I truly, really wanted to see. Titanium nib. So let me get all the names from my packing list. All right, so I got the Noir et Bleu bottled ink. I got the number 6 nib, Sig Fine. It's around $60. I got a Chen medium cursive italic number 6 nib. And then I got the T-Flex number 6 nib. So this is the T-Flex. This is the Chen. This is the Sig. And I'm going to put them on pens and ink them up for you guys today. The pens I think I want to use, I pulled some out. So these nibs fit Esterbrook. They also fit Franklin Christoph. This is not a Franklin Christoph pen, but also Leonardo. So pretty much anything that has a JoWo housing, it can fit. Also, I believe they fit your Pelicans. So I'm trying to figure out which pen body I want to put these nibs on to test them out. And I will be right back. So how do you do this? You need your pens. I have an Esterbrook. I already took it apart, so I just unscrewed the grip from the body, from the cap, took off my converter, and now I'm going to pick and choose which. I think I want the titanium nib to come here. So I just put the nib inside the grip and turn. Most of these are just an easy turn. And then I put in the converter, which is just a push. And this is an Esterbrook converter. Okay, put the body back on, and that one's good. Next is my Franklin Christoph. I have a nib on this one, so I need to unscrew the nib. My Esterbrook, I didn't have the nib already on there because I was using it for something else. I don't mind putting this back into one of the spare containers that they have. And I think I'm going to use the Chen nib. Yeah, let's use the Chen nib. Okay. Okay, why can't I get this out? Okay, don't have nails. And there we go. Chen nib. Interesting. Okay, screw that in. Just like that. And push this in. And put this on. I'm going to have to unscrew these again to put some ink in them. And there we go. Number 2 is done. And then number 3 is my Leonardo, which does have a gold nib on it. I mean, it's not a 14 karat, but just a gold plated. I wish Franklin Christoph had more like gold plated options. Most of theirs are just standard silver. Okay, this is the SIG. And because this is a vacuum filled body, it doesn't have a converter inside. Not vacuum filled, piston filled. All right, and then I just close that up. I will put this, in here. Close this one up. I have a spare container, I suppose. And I will put these, store them away. So we all know I love me some moody saturated inks. So I decided to put my new one, Noir et Bleu, in the Leonardo, the Smoky Navy Taranishi ink in my Franklin Christoph, and then the Leonardo Blue in my Esterbrook. So let's do some writing samples to see how these nibs write. All right, first off is my Leonardo. This is the Chen medium cursive italic HP steel number 6 nib. So let's just thick down strokes, then cross strokes. Chen. Chen. I was going to write chin. So let's see, does it write? So it doesn't write very well upside down or reversed, but it does write, and it's like a nice firm, very firm nib, so it's not super soft. So if you do have like a hard grip, this would work for you. So medium cursive italic, writing in cursive actually is quite comfortable with this. At first it felt like it was a bit scratchy, but It's just the firmness of the pen that takes a minute to get used to, and this one actually writes very, very, very nice. So this is the Noir et Bleu. Franklin Christoph ink. Wow, this is really nice. Smooth. It writes like, if you have small handwriting, this is definitely a pen nib that you would like. All right, so next is the Sig nib. So you can see this is, my Sig is in the fine. And they do write, wow, my gosh. Writing backwards is very, very smooth. You can see how much thicker this nib is, even though it's a fine. So the Chen medium cursive italic is definitely finer than the Sig cursive. The Sig fine. It's not. Does seem like I have a little bit of scratchiness, and I gotta check the tines to make sure. Sig fine. This is a steel. This one was also a steel nib. I guess I could write that, steel. And then my ink is smoky. Navy. Teranishi. Ink. Very wet. Like this, even though it's a fine, you could tell it's very wet nib. All right. Last but not least is really the one I wanted to try the most. Oh no, it's leaking. Why? That's odd. Okay. So this is the, what they call the T Flex. Wow. Let's see, it's been a minute since I've been flexing nibs. So if I have no pressure, it does seem like I write smooth, but it seems like, I don't know. I don't like it. Or maybe it's just the ink. It's kind of hard for me to write without pressure, just because I have a heavy hand normally. But I guess this could be good practice. Okay, so this is with pressure. Kind of see, it's not hard to put some pressure on the downstrokes, like some pens, and I'm actually like slanting my pen, which I tend to do as I write. But let's see. I don't know how I feel about this. It's not as simple to flex as it is like with a brush pen with this. Some pens have made flexing easier. This one, it's like, although pushing down on the stroke is not hard, like it doesn't take too much effort to do, which is nice. It is like something that is intentional, right? You have to intentionally put in some pressure, but I don't know, I've had, maybe if I do it at an angle, it's easier. I feel like going from, you know, your downstrokes to your upstrokes, it's a little bit more challenging. Yeah, maybe it's just I have to find my way with this one. Those are right upside down. Yeah, it's not scratchy at all. Maybe going this way, it's a little scratchy. Going up, going down, it's very smooth. Yeah, I think it's just something I need to kind of get used to. I like that I don't have to, that I can usually, you know, write without pressure. So I have the option. There are some, like, you know, pens where when you write, it just automatically starts flexing on you, even with like the lightest pressure. So it seems like it can function as, you know, dual purpose, which is handy for a pen like this, especially if you want to use it like in your planner, day to day. I feel like you definitely can with this. So let me know your thoughts. Which nib did you like the most? I would say the one that did surprise me the most was the Chen Medium Cursive Italic. I use my Sig nibs regularly. I forgot that reversing it writes thicker and very well as well. I didn't realize how much smaller the Chen Medium nib writes than the Sig Fine. It's almost like the Chen Medium Cursive Italic is an extra fine, but it writes very smooth. The T-Flex kind of took me off guard. I like how it flexes, but it seems a little bit challenging to go from a flex to a non-flex within a word. So that's something that I think may be better over time when you get used to it. And this is really my first T-Flex nib. I've seen T-Flex be sold on nibs for like over $500. This is a really nice, reasonable price that you can add to any pen that has the housing for it. So if you're interested in any of those, I did get them, all of these nibs from Franklin Christoph. It's a nice option to change up your fountain pens and your writing when you already have a fountain pen and you just want something slightly different. Consider just getting a nib. And Franklin Christoph has a bounty full of different nib sizes, even beyond the 3 I have today. And if you didn't know that, now you know. If you did and you needed a reminder, now you know. But anyway, thank you for joining me today, and I will catch you in the next one.